They're making a new Harley Quinn comic book. I'll read the breaking news thing. DC is officially set to release a Harley Quinn fart fetish comic where you can rub and smell her farts on the page. So it's a comic book. It's got scratch and sniff technology, and
underutilized these days, by the way. Like, that came out a long time ago and nobody's using it anymore.
Dude, it was huge. So here's the official description from DC of the comic book, and this is supposedly like Harley Quinn talking about it. I've been holding in all my very worst bits of bubble guts for the last 32 years, and it's all been leading up to this epic explosion.
Emily, zoom in on my face.
Your nose will never be the same. You'll gag, you'll cry, you'll feel things you ain't never felt before. This fine publication is a celebration of all things past, present, and future. Sequential art's place in the annals of history is about to change with the release of Harley Quinn's. Here's the title: Harley Quinn Fartacular, Silent but Deadly, a comic that promises to have the highest concentration of gas per page ever committed to print.
All right, so a few things. Do you have something to say about this, or can I go?
Please.
Can we lock in? This is I'm going to say, all right, just don't interrupt me.
Hands in
I'm
pockets.
speaking to the people of the world when I say this. Actually, no, I'm going to start with DC. Whoever's idea at DC this was, bad idea. You missed, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You missed wide, okay? Secondly, to all of DC, bad idea. Like, so so far I've told two people bad idea. My third thing, and this is the biggest problem I have with all of it, is that people are going to buy it.
Yeah, of course.
And what the fuck?
Actually, I might buy it.
Well, so remember when I said don't interrupt me?
Didn't you? Sorry.
Yes, we should buy a copy, and we should no touch it with hands. Keep it in a thing.
Put it on my pull list.
Unscratched. And like 15 years from now, let's see if we can sling that bad boy. Unscratched Harley Quinn farts 15 years from now. I mean, we're talking a gold mine, Andy. Oh, dude. Ugh. Because think about if you know.
Oh, I've thought about it, man. I've thought about it all.
You know, okay, close your eyes for me.
Okay.
Imagine you're driving through rural Pennsylvania and you drive past a truck stop that also has like an exotic like sex shop attached to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Lion's Den.
Something like that. Yes. You know what I'm talking about? Close your eyes still.
Oh.
And you see a trucker that walks out of there, clearly purchasing goods from the exotic shop. Now, make him 31 times more disgusting looking, and also make him 16 times more just gross. And then you see that face, you have his physical image, body, his outfit, you've got it all. That's who's buying this comic. And that's the problem I have with it, because if you run a comic book store, the people that are going to come in to buy that thing are not going to be homeostapians. Is that what they call humans?
What?
Emily?
Homeostapians?
Do you know what
I'll let you take this one. He asked you to go for it.
Yes! Homo sapien?
Homo sapiens.
Homeostasis.
All right, I combined the two.
Yeah.
Fucking sue me.
Combined it isn't a word either, motherfucker.
I compound the two.
Compound. You've been compound.
Do you not agree with what I'm saying?
Actually, I don't, because
Dude, there's going to be some. You know the guy.
Oh, yeah, obviously some people are going to look like that who buy it, but.
South Park who plays the
Warcraft
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy is who goes and buys it.
Obviously.
And he does unspeakable things to himself while sniffing that book.
Obviously.
That's
also
way
what's
too far.
That's also what's strange. You know
They're
what I
selling
saw
fart
today
porn.
at the comic book shop, actually?
Hopefully not fart porn.
No, not exactly. But, like, and I should have. Now I have an excuse to look inside of it for research purposes. But it's like, it's a penthouse, but like comics. So it's like
Cartoon.
it's like yeah,
Penthouse people.
like yeah. So I guess it's like hentai or something. But like that is also a little strange to me. I feel like.
I have so many issues.
But the fart. But we're talking about the Harley Quinn farts.
And I have so many problems with this. I don't even.
It's
I
so
tried
crazy.
to start, and all I could come up with was bad ideas.
Because it is a sex thing for sure.
Without a doubt.
Like.
That's what they advertised it as. And, like, the way that they wrote that, somebody had to type that out pretending to be Harley Quinn. And they said, my bubble guts.
Yeah.
I have
all of that
serious,
I don't like
serious
complaints. Tooture. That one doesn't work.
Also.
That's a forced pun or whatever, I guess. And that's bad writing. I don't like that.
So, there's one creative aspect that I am curious about that we'll never find out. But, like... So, here's the thing. You think back to, like, the old school, like, Batman. Like, I'm talking TV show, but it came from the comic. Like, pow!
Like,
bang,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see, like, and it shows, like, the comic book bubble of the
Yeah.
noise. So, they're going to have Harley Quinn's, a drawing of Harley Quinn's butt.
Yeah.
And it's going to say, puff, next to it. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does each word, so puff, fart, like whatever the sound effect words are they going to be associated with their own smelling farts? Because that would at least be like creatively realistic.
You know what I
Like,
would maybe do, because you got to think that there's like a standard fart smell for like these scratch and sniff things. It's like scratch and sniff this one, maybe it smells like a wet dog or something. Scratch and sniff this one, smells like a skunk maybe. Scratch and sniff this, it smells like a fart, right? But what if in the comic book, the first page, she like, it's Harley Quinn and she's like at a Thai restaurant. So then the next page, there's a fart, Thai food. But then later in the comic, she goes to like Burger King. Scratch and sniff that, it's a Burger King fart. That's interesting.
I hate
It's
this. I hate it. This is the most foul thing.
We're pushing the medium forward.
I'll tell you right now, this is the
forward.
most foul thing that mankind has ever created, has ever done. This Harley Quinn fart sex book is the most foul thing that humankind has ever created.
The sex part is on the people buying it and making it.
I don't
think she's like.
She's
fucking in the
on
book.
Chess? Oh yeah, she is.
No,
she's shitting on
it's
chess.
Okay, a shit scratch and sniff is way worse than a fart scratch and sniff. But also, look, you got to realize there's a lot of people out there, your friends and neighbors even, who some of them smell a fart and are like, "I'm coming."
That's why I hate this, Andrew. This is horrible.
For representation
of the humans. The aliens have been sitting above us.
Yeah.
Saying, like, I know they're not doing great, but let's just let them do their thing.
Hear them out. E.T. is up there.
And they're going to see that Instagram post or published post from DC, and they're going to be like, fuck, we waited too long. We got to go in. We got to step in. And I'll tell you right now, I've said this on this podcast multiple times because I know they're listening. I stand with the aliens. I'll fucking turn against the human race right now because of that shit like that.
And I bet you're not alone.
That's too far for me. Because it's a horrible idea. It's just a bad... Andrew, what good could that lead to? Here's the thing. I know they're two different things, but maybe tell the fucking people over at DC, hey, maybe let's try to come out with a decent movie and worry a little bit less about what Harley Quinn's ass smells like. That is so
Listen, I see it from both. I see it
No,
from both
there's
sides.
not, no.
I see it from both sides.
You don't see it from both sides.
I do see it from both sides on that part.
Because I'll tell you what, too. There's maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what the number is. Okay, let's say there's 7 billion people in the world. Right?
Okay.
How many issues of that do they sell? 100,000?
It's a good question.
Versus, this doesn't really have anything to do with how many people are in the world. I was just trying to think of a number of people. So, versus if they came out with a decent movie, how many people would see it?
Right.
And also lasts a lot longer. Because again, with Scratch and Sniff, it's really one take.
Yeah, it fades away.
Yeah.
That's one of the first heartbreaking things you learn as a child.
That,
Hearts and farts.
Yeah.
They fade away.
The guy who buys that gets 1, maybe 2
good jerks out of it.
Yeah.
Let's not mince words here.
Yeah.
Jerks. He gets a couple of jerks out of it. Then he's got to throw it away.
I was going to say climaxes.
Well, then I'm glad I said what I said. He gets 1 to 2 climaxes out of it.
I wish the episode was over. I don't want it.
We don't have to talk about this anymore, but I do think it's interesting.
We do. Because that's the thing.
It's gonna happen. So I've added it to my pull list. So we'll get a copy. I'll get a couple of copies. Because as a collector, I feel like maybe in the future, that could be worth something. Like there's all kinds of weird comics out there that nothing necessarily spectacular happens in them or anything, but they're just like weird little crazy things. Like, oh, this is strange. Like, can you believe they tried this at some point or something? It's kind of what this is.
Yeah, and it should be erased from history instantly. That's also that's also, like, again, back to me telling DC it was a bad idea. It should have never gotten to this point. It's like,
I do agree with that.
It's like
it is crazy
when the janitor in Ted has the idea to like kidnap Ted and make more Teds.
Yeah,
like that wasn't even a bad idea, but it's like why were this guy's obviously a lunatic. Why are you taking ideas from him?
Yeah,
like that person should be. I was gonna say blacklisted, and then assassinated almost rolled off my tongue.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what call up Luigi Mangione, brother.
Yeah,
I got another hit for you.
Hey, brother, I got some 3D printing material in the mail for you. Cook up another one of those Glocks. All right. Now that you're out of things to talk about,
yeah, I'm done. I brought a lot to the table right there.
Yeah, unfortunately you did. It's an interesting time.
You're not going to like me asking you this question.
All right, go ahead.
But let's say...
No.
All right, that's fair.
Go ahead.
I mean, that is probably going to be your answer.
Yeah, no,
I know you're not
it
going to
is.
like this question, but let's say that you, started, dating this woman, and you totally fall in love with her, and she's in love with you, and you guys have this incredible relationship. And even you've been going out for years at this point, and you're still having a great time together. Probably going to get hitched, whatever it is. But then she says to you, I got to be totally honest with you. I get off on smelling farts. Would you let her smell your farts for the sake of the relationship? Swear to God. If she was totally serious, she sat you down. She's like, I'm being honest and vulnerable as shit with you right now. No pun intended. I'm going to be real with you. This is what I
No,
like.
I'm out. Instantly out.
Really? What if you've been together for a decade? What if she's the mother of your children? Divorce? But all she's
You know what I'm
asking.
going to do? I'm going to say, I don't. So this is the thing. and maybe I'm off base here, but in my head, my version of a regular person never, even if that's the case, that stays inside of them forever. That comment never comes out. I don't care what freaky shit you're into.
Yeah.
That's one where you probably are like, hey, I'm going to have to find another way. Or you stockpile Harley Quinn sex fart books so you got enough to last you till maybe you're in your 60s.
And
then by then, hopefully, you're
farting enough for yourself.
Oh,
you can
you're
smell it all the time.
over it.
Ugh.
Or something.
That's so funny.
That was a horrible question. I should
That
have
wasn't
stopped.
a horrible
I should have
question.
stopped you when you
That
said
wasn't
no.
a horrible question. That was
It
curious.
was horrible because I just didn't.
You didn't want to have to put yourself in that.
If I ever
headspace.
end up in that situation,
Yeah.
I probably have an alternative solution
Oh, sure.
that involves you attending my funeral.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm just like, what the fuck how did I end up in this spot?
Record
Done.
scratch.
Yeah.
I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this.
Yeah.
For that, we got to take it way back.
Yeah. And then it's the whole love story.
Yeah. And then
Honestly, that's not a bad movie idea. Guy standing like on top of a bridge.
oh my God, we're taking from there.
No, and then he record scratches.
I know that. But I was thinking we do the record scratch when she tells him about the fart fetish.
No.
He's already at the bridge.
Yeah, and then you tell the whole love story.
And then the reveal, because the reason,
Yeah,
the
no.
reason you're watching the movie
'Cause you're
is like,
thinking, like,
how does
how
this
does-
guy
yeah.
get to the point?
Yes.
How does a
Yes.
man get driven to
Exactly.
the edge?